Good day, you all. Have you completed your classwork and homework? In the previous class, we have started a new lesson in history. Unit 5, Evaluation of Society in South India. Okay, so the previous class you have learned how the South India and also India was ruled by the Satavahanas and also Ashokas. Is that no? So what are the sources are there to know about the Satavahanas? Everything you have learned. Today you are going to learn about Sangam age. Sangam age. The Sangam age, the last 3 centuries before the Common Era and the first 3 centuries of the Common Era was widely accepted as the Sangam period. So Sangam period means Podu and BC means Common Era. Okay, the C. காமன் எரா பொது ஆண்டுக்கு முந்தின 3 வருஷமும் பொது ஆண்டு தொடங்கினதுக்கப்புறம் 3 வருஷமும் சங்கம் ஏஜ் இருந்ததா என்ன செய்கிறாங்க நம்பப்படுது. ஸோ தட் இஸ் கால்டு சங்கம் பீரியட். ஓகே, ஸோ the Sangam literature based on the archaeological evidences. Apart from the literary sources, we can assume that this Sangam era was started at least 2 centuries earlier than what we widely believe. Okay, so from the evidences, archaeological evidences, we should believe that this Sangam age started before 2 centuries. Okay, so generally this age can be taken as the beginning of historic age in Tamil Nadu. So in this age, the country was ruled by 3 kings. Okay, they were called Movendur. Okay, Chera, Chola, Pandyas. Okay, so thou the 3 Tamil ruling families were known to Ashoka in the 3rd century BC. Some individuals' names are also known only from the Sangam poems of the 1st century and later, known as Movendur. 3 crowned kings. Okay, 3 crowned kings were called Movendur. Okay, Cheras, Cholas, and Pandyas. Who are they? Cheras, Cholas, and Pandyas. These 3 kings, they controlled major agrarian territories, trade routes and towns. Okay, so most of the agrarian territories and trade routes and towns were controlled by these 3 kings, Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas. But the Satyaputra, same as Adhiyaman. Okay, Adhiyaman is Satyaputra. He found in the Ashokan inscription along with about 3 houses is Velir chief in the Sangam poems. Okay, so he was known as Velir in the Sangam poems. Okay, so Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas ruled these all the areas, and after that with them the Velir also with moving. Okay, first you are going to know about the Cholas. Okay, Cholas controlled the central and the northern parts of Tamil Nadu. Okay, so the Tamil Nadu central area and the north side யாரால கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணப்பட்டுச்சுன்னா Cholas. Their core area of rule was the Kaveri known as Cholamandalam. Okay, அவங்களுடைய கோர் ஏரியா, அவங்களுடைய ஒரு முக்கியமான ஆட்சியோட மையமாக இருந்த பகுதி அந்த காவேரி டெல்டா பக்கத்தில் இருந்த அந்த சோழமண்டலம். Okay, so their capital was Urayur near Tiruchirappalli town. So this is very important, underline this. The capital of Cholas was Urayur. It is near Tiruchirappalli town. Okay, and Buhar or Kaveri Pattinam was an alternative royal residence and chief port town. Thuraimuga நகரம் Buhar or Kaveri Pattinam. Okay, so which was the capital of Cholas? Yes, Urayur was the capital of Cholas. And what was the port town of Cholas? Buhar or Kaveri Pattinam was the alternative port town of Cholas. Tiger was their empalam. Okay, so their empalam means a chinnam. Okay, அவங்களுடைய சின்னம் என்னன்னா tiger. Kaveri Pattinam attract merchants from various regions of the Indian Oceans. Okay, so the Kaveri Pattinam, it was one of the fertile areas, so it attract many merchants. Merchants means vanigargal. So they came to Kaveri Pattinam for the trade through the Indian Ocean. Got it? And Pattinam Palai, composed by the poet Kattiyalur Uruthira Kannanar, offers elaborate descriptions of the bustling trading activity here during the rule of Karigalan. ஸோ அந்த கரிகாலன் வந்து அதை ரூல் பண்ணுறப்போ அங்கே வந்து வணிகங்கள் வந்து எப்படி நடந்துச்சு, ட்ரேடெலாம் ரொம்ப அதிகமாக நடந்துச்சு அப்படிங்கிறத வந்து அந்த உருத்திர கண்ணனார் எழுதிய அந்த பட்டினப்பாலையில் வந்து டீட்டெயிலாக கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ அபவுட் Cholas controlled the central and northern parts of Tamil Nadu. And the next one is their core area was Kaveri Delta. So later it was known as Cholamandalam. Okay, now also it is there. So it is called as Cholamandalam. Okay, and their capital of Cholas was Urayur. Okay, it is near Tiruchirappalli town, and their port town is Kaveri Pattinam. Okay, and their empalam was Tiger. Got it? And Kaveri Pattinam attract all the merchants to do the trade through the Indian Oceans. All the merchants came and they did trade. It was composed in the Pattinabalai. Okay, so the poem Pattinabalai was composed by the poet Kattiyalur Uruthira Kannanar. So from that we know that the trade was very well in the land, son of Ilanjet Chenni. Okay, Ilanjet Chenni. So the father of Karigalan is Ilanjet Chenni. Okay, underline all of you. And it is portrayed as the greatest Chola of the Sangam age. Pattinam Palai gives a vivid account of his regime. Karigalan's foremost military achievement was the defeat of the Cheras and the Pandyas. So Karigalan, Cheras, Cholas அவங்க எல்லாருமே என்ன செஞ்சார், வின் பண்ணார். அவருடைய மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு 11 daily chieftains at Finni. He is credited with converting forest into habitable regions and developing agriculture by providing irrigation through the of the Kaveri and building reservoirs. Okay, so he converted many forest area into habitable regions. That means the cultivable land. Okay, and he developed the agriculture by providing irrigation. It means neerpasanam. Okay, by making the embankment of Kaveri and building reservoirs, he developed the agriculture. Okay, and he converted the forest area into cultivable. Got all of you? And another king, Perinarkilli, is said to have performed the Vedic sacrifice Rajasui. So one more king after the Karigalan, one more king have come. A succession between the Bukhar and Urayur branches of the Cholas royal family. Okay, Cholas கரிகாலன் இறந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் அந்த உறையூர், அந்த புகார் அப்படிங்கிற அந்த அரச குடும்பங்களுக்கிடையே என்ன செஞ்சிச்சு, அந்த வாரிசுரிமை தொடர்பாக நிறையா பிரச்சனை ஏற்பட்டுச்சு. ஓகே, கான்ஃப்ளிக்ட். So there is a picture, you see that this is a picture of okay, and modern representation. So now they have drawn like this. He built many reservoirs and embankments, okay, in the river Kaveri, okay, to develop the agriculture. Did you understand about Chola? Then the Cheras. Cheras controlled the central and northern parts of Kerala and the Gongu region of Tamil Nadu. Okay, so Cholas already we have seen that they have controlled. See there, already I have asked you to mark southern parts of Tamil Nadu. Yes or no? And Cholas, they controlled Kerala and Kongu region. Okay, Kongu region in Tamil Nadu. So Vanchi was their capital. What was the capital of Cheras? Vanchi. Underline all of you. Vanchi was their capital, and the ports of the west coast, Musiri and Tondi. Musiri and Tondi was their ports. These all were under their control. Okay. Then Vanchi is identified with Karur, while some scholars identify it with Tiruvanchikalam in Kerala. Okay, so some people, Vanchi is identified with Karur, but some scholars identify it with Tiruvanchikalam in Kerala. Okay, so Vanchi was the capital of Cheras, and Musiri and Tondi were the port towns of Cheras. Now it is accepted by most scholars that there were two main branches of the Chera family, and the Poraya branch ruled from Karur of present-day Tamil Nadu. Okay, so now it is accepted by most scholars. Okay, so in Chera's family there were two branches. There were two branches, and the Poraya branch ruled from Karur of present-day Tamil Nadu. அந்த பொறையார் அப்படிங்கிற அந்த ஒரு பிரிவினர் வந்து அந்த கரூருங்கிறத வந்து கரூரை வந்து ஆட்சி பண்ணியிருந்தாங்க அப்படின்ட்டு நிறைய அறிஞர்கள் சொல்கிறாங்க. ஓகே, the Paditru Pattu speaks of 8 Chera kings, their territory and fame. Okay, so in Paditru Pattu there are some of the information about the Cheras and their territory and fame. Okay, Sadhanegal, fame means what? Sadhanegal. So the inscriptions of Bugalur near Karur mention Chera kings of 3 generations. Chera Irumpore issued coins in his name. Okay, so Cheran Irumpore அப்படிங்கிறவர் வந்து அவர் என்ன செஞ்சார், தன் பெயர்லேயே ஒரு நாணயங்களை இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணார். ஓகே, தென் இமயவரம்பன், சேரலாதன், then Chenkutuvan, these all are some of the prominent Chera kings. Okay, so Cheras, Cholas, Pandyas, we say that don't think that they are one kings. Okay, so many kings. Okay, they all together they were called Cheras, Cholas, Pandyas. Okay, so Cholas already we have seen about, you have learned about the Karigalan. No? So in Cheras many kings they were ruled. Okay, so Imayavarambhan, Nedunjeralathan, Chenkutuvan, so these all are also some of the. Okay, the Chenkutuvan defeated many chieftains and is said to have ensured the safety of Port Musri by putting down pillars. Okay, so the கடற்கொள்ளைகள்லாம் என்ன செஞ்சார், கடற்கொள்ளையர்களெல்லாம் அவர் அடக்கியது மூலமாக அந்த முசிறி துறைமுகம் வந்து பாதுகாப்பாக இருந்துச்சு. Okay, Chenkutuvan he controlled. Okay, and but the great North Indian expedition of Chenkutuvan mentioned in Silappadigaram is however not mentioned in the Sangam poems. It was no information about the Cheras. It is there in Sangam poems. He is said to have ruled for 56 years. 56 years. These areas were ruled by him. Okay, then patronizing the Orthodox and heterodox religions. Okay, and in he பேட்டர்னைஸ்டு இவர் என்ன செஞ்சார், நிறைய ஆர்த்தடாக்ஸ் அண்ட் ஹெட்ரோடாக்ஸ் ரிலீஜியன்ஸ் அதிவேக மதங்களெல்லாம் என்ன செஞ்சார், அவர் வந்து ஆதரிச்சார். சம் சேராஸ் இஷ்யூட் காப்பர் அண்ட் லெட், so they followed Rome coins and they introduced the copper and lead coins. Okay, there are many other Chera coins with their bow and arrow emblem but without any writing on them. Okay, so their emblem is bow and arrow. சின்னம் என்னது, bow and arrow. Okay, so they introduced many types of coins, Chera coins. Okay, with the emblem of bow and arrow. Okay, but nothing was written on them without any writing on them. Okay. Okay, only emblem was there. Got it? So these out. Okay. Then Pandyas. Pandyas ruled from Madurai. Okay, Pandyas ruled from Madurai. Korkai was their main port. Underline, have you? Korkai was the main port of Pandyas. Okay, it is located near the confluence of Tambrabarani with the Bay of Bengal. So it was very famous for pearl fishery and chang diving. Okay, so இது வந்து ரொம்ப முத்துக்களுக்கு என்னது ஒரு அந்த முத்து குளிக்கிறதுக்கு சங்குகள்லாம் எடுக்கிறதுக்கு வந்து இது ஒரு நேம் வாங்கின இடம். ஓகே, ஸோ கொர்க்கை இஸ் ரெஃபர் டு இன் த பெரிப்ளஸ் அஸ் கோல்கை. ஓகே, ஸோ பெரிப்ளஸின் அப்படிங்கிற அந்த குறிப்புகள்லாம் இது வந்து கொல்கை அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. ஓகே, கொல்கை. Their coins, fish was the emblem of the Pandyas. So what was the emblem of Pandyas? Fish was the emblem of Pandyas. Their coins have elephant on the one side and a stylized image of fish on the another side. Okay, so the in Pandyas coins, one side was fish and another one side elephant. Okay, elephant image was there in the another one side. Okay, so they invaded southern Kerala and controlled the port of Nelkinda near Kottayam, and according to tradition they patronized the Tamil Sangams and facilitated the compilation of the Sangam poems. Okay, so they invaded means padai edutanga. Okay, so they invaded who? The Pandyas. Okay, so the Pandyas invaded southern Kerala and they controlled the port of Nelkinda. It is near Kottayam. Okay, and the Sangam poems mention the names of several kings, but their successions and regnal years are not clear. Okay, so in Sangam poems, several kings' names are there. Okay, but about them and after the several kings, some of the kings also they were ruled. It was not there in the Sangam poems. Okay, see there, the Mangulam Tamilian mentions a Pandya king by name Nedunjeliyan of the 2nd century BCE. Okay, so the Nedunjeliyan was one of the Pandya's king. Okay, so Madurai Kanji refers to Mudukudumbi Valudi and another Nedunjeliyan, victor of Talayalanganam and a other Pandya kings. Okay, so many Pandya kings they ruled this area. Okay, Mudukudumbi Perumaludi. Okay, Mudukudumbi Perumaludi and Talayalanganathu Nedunjeliyan. Then few other Pandya kings also, kings names also were there. Mudukudumbi Peruvalidi is referred to as the Velvikudi copper plates of 8th century for denoting land to okay, so he seems to have issued coins with the legend Peruvalidi to commemorate his performance of many Vedic sacrifices. So he introduced the coins. Okay, இந்த பெருவழுதி அப்படிங்கிற நேமில் வந்து என்ன வந்து இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணார். Okay, so the Nedunjeliyan is praised for his victory over the combined army of the Chera, the Chola and 5 Vaitines, Tidiyan, Elini, Erumayuran and Irungovenman. Okay, Irungovenman and Porunnu. Okay, so the Nedunjeliyan Cholas and 5 Velis chieftains, the names are given as Tidiyan, Elini, Erumayuran, Irungovenman and Porunnu. Okay. ஓகே. ஸோ இவங்க எல்லோரும் என்ன செஞ்சிட்டாரு, டிஃபீட் பண்ணிட்டார் நெடுஞ்செழியன். ஓகே. தென் he is also given credit for capturing Milalai and Muttur. It is there in Pudukkottai district. Okay, two important places from a whale chief. Okay, so he captured these all the areas also. So he is praised as the Lord of Korkai and as the overlord of the southern Paratavar, a marital and fishing community of the Tirunelveli coast. ஓகே. ஸோ இவர் வந்து என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, கொர்க்கையோட ஹெட்டு அப்படின்னும் அந்த திருநெல்வேலி அந்த கோஸ்டல் ஏரியாவில் வாழ்கிறவங்க அந்த மீன் பிடிக்கிறவங்கலாம் வந்து அவங்கள என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, அவருடைய தலைவர்னு என்ன செஞ்சார், புகழ்ந்தாங்க. ஓகே. ஹி பிரைஸ்ட் அஸ் த லார்ட் ஆஃப் கொர்க்கை அண்ட் அஸ் த ஓவர் லார்ட் ஆஃப் சதர்ன் பரட்டவர், a marital and fishing community of the திருநெல்வேலி coast. So information are given to know about the Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas. Okay. Then you are going to know about the social formation in Tamil echo zones. Social formation in Tamil echo zones. Sangam poems help us understand the social formation of the time. According to the Tinai concept, Sangam was divided into 5 landscapes or 5 echo regions. Okay. So in Sangam age, Tamilagam was divided into 5 landscapes. Okay, I think you have already learned in Tamil, is or no? So in 9th standard also it came. Yes. So they are Kurinji, Mullai, Marudam, Neidal and Palai. So these all were called as Aindinai. Okay. So in Sangam age, Tamilagam was divided into 5 landscapes. They are Kurinji, Mullai, Marudam, Neidal and Palai. Each region had a distinct characteristic, a presiding deity, people and cultural life according to the environmental conditions. Okay. So each region, that means Kurinji region, it had the different characters. Okay. The people and they follow different culture. Okay. And environmental conditions also was different. Okay. And Mullai, Marudam, Neidal, Palai, all the people they lived differently and their cultural life also was different. So they have divided the Tamilagam into 5 landscapes. Okay. So as the environmental conditions, it was divided into 5. Okay. So Kurinji, hilly region, hunting and gathering their occupation. Okay. So hilly region, Kurinji means மலைகளும் மலை சார்ந்த இடமும். Okay. So the hunting and gathering, என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, அந்த வேட்டையாடுறது இல்லைன்னா உணவுகளை வந்து சேகரித்து சாப்பிட்றது தான் அவங்களுடைய உணவு பழக்கம். ஓகே. நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் முல்லை. ஓகே. ஃபாரஸ்ட் ஏரியாஸ். ஓகே. காடுகளும் காடு சார்ந்த இடமும். ஃபாரஸ்டட் ரீஜின், pastoralism combined with shifting cultivation. Okay, இந்த கால்நடைகள் மேய்த்தல், pastoralism means what? கால்நடைகள் மேய்க்கிறது, ஆடு மாடுகளை மேய்க்கிறது, and they followed the shifting cultivation. Shifting cultivation means they'll cultivate the crops in the particular area for some times. Okay, for a particular period. Okay, 3 months or 4 months, and they will shift and they'll shift to the area. So they'll go to the another place and they'll do the agriculture there. That is called the shifting cultivation. Okay. And next one is Marudam. Marudam, riverine tract, that means river areas. Okay. வயலும் வயல் சார்ந்த இடங்களும். In Tamil it comes like this. Okay. Then agriculture using flow and irrigation. அவங்க என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, அக்ரிகல்ச்சருக்கு வந்து இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுத்தாங்க. கலப்பைகளை பயன்படுத்தி அந்த என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, வேளாண்மை செஞ்சாங்க. ஓகே. ஸோ தட் இஸ் தேர் ஒர்க். அண்ட் நெய்தல், கடலும் கடல் சார்ந்த இடமும். கோஸ்டல் லேண்ட், ஃபிஷிங் அண்ட் சால்ட் மேக்கிங். ஃபிஷிங் அண்ட் salt making are their main occupation and they lived in the coastal land. Okay. And last one is Palai, parched land. Okay, parched means the manal பாங்கான இடம். Okay, full மணலா இருக்க area. Okay. So desert areas. Okay. So unsuitable for cultivation and hence people took to cattle lifting and robbery. Okay, so the people, those who are lived their occupation is cattle lifting and robbery. அதையும் அவங்க கொள்ளையிடுதல் கால்நடைகளை கொள்ளையிடுறது திருடுறது தொழிலாக வச்சுருந்தாங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ தீஸ் ஆல் ஆர் given. குறிஞ்சி hilly region hunting and gathering. Then Mullai forested region pastoralism combined with shifting cultivation. Marudam riverine tract agriculture using plough and irrigation. Neidal coastal land fishing and salt making. Palai parched land unsuitable for cultivation and hence people took to cattle lifting and robbery. Okay, so these 5 are the 5 landscapes. Okay, it was divided in the Sangam age. Get it, all of you? Okay, till that you have learned today. Tomorrow we will see the Tamil polity. Okay, so now come to page number 76. Come to page number 76. There are some meanings. As I know, Tamil meanings are given. We are going to read. Numismatic study of coins. நாணயங்கள் பற்றி படிப்பது. Munificence generosity கொடை வல்லன்மை. corroborate confirm உறுதிப்படுத்து. exalted dignified உயர்ந்த. insignia emblem அதிகார சின்னம். interregnum the interval இடைப்படு காலம். amalgamate combine come together இணை. commemoration celebration in honor of or in memory of கொண்டாட்டம். These are you are going to study and write in the homework note 2 times. Okay, how many times you are going to write? 2 times study and write, don't copy and write. Okay, so these all are the important words are given. Okay, so today we have you have learned about the Cheras, the 3 kings Movendar. The Cholas, the Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas. Okay, and their emblem, their port and their capital, everything you have learned from this, and also you have learned the 5 landscapes. What are they? Can you remember? Kurunji, Mullai, Marudam, Neidal and Palai. So you can do one thing. So already I have given you this as homework. So you have to study and write this 2 times, and one more homework is page number 70. Come to page number 70. There the 5 landscapes are given, and their occupation and the residents of the landscapes are given. You are going to write them. That is your homework, today's homework. 2 homework. Okay, you have to study and write this meanings, and also you are going to write the 5 landscapes. It is given in the book, page number 70. Okay, Kurunji hilly region hunting and gathering. Mullai forested region pastoralism combined with shifting cultivation. Marudam riverine tract agriculture using plough and irrigation. Neidal coastal land fishing and salt making. Palai parched land unsuitable for cultivation and hence people took to cattle lifting and robbery. Okay, so these all the things you are going to study and write in the homework page. Got it, all of you? And write all the brief answers and also the short answers in the classwork note. Okay, write neatly. Your handwriting should be very neat. Okay, should not use black pen or any other color pen. Use only ink pen, and also for underline you can use pencil. Got it? What are the lessons? Have completed already? 4 units have completed. So those units, question answers should be studied. Okay, everything you should study, complete the portion the day itself. Only you will be free, yes or no? So study everything, whatever given. Got it? We'll see tomorrow.